going to do a short video here on some cast iron restoration. This is a number 6 BSR, or Birmingham Stove and Range, 9-inch cast iron skillet. I picked this up tonight at a little local antique mall store thing. Good deal. I got it for $12. As you can see, this thing has a ton of built-up seasoning on it from over the years. This one was made sometime prior to 1967, because after 1967, Birmingham Stove and Range started putting "Made in the USA" up here in the top. So this is possibly late 40s, early 50s. What I'm going to do here, if I can get a, there we go. I usually put these in the oven and put it on self-clean for a couple hours, and it will take every bit of this off. But my wife doesn't want me running the self-cleaning oven tonight to get this off, because it stinks up the house to high heaven. So my second option, I've got some hardwood lump going in my kettle here, and I am simply going to let that get nice and hot, spread it out, and put this on the grate. And it shouldn't take but an hour or two, and it should have all this off. So once I get finished with this, I'll come back and show you what it looks like after it's all off of here. Just got this put on the kettle here, and you can see the fire's coming up around it nice and hot here. Once these coals get going just a little bit more, I'm probably going to flip this thing upside down and let it cook from the inside out with the lid on. Usually you really need to get the temperature up to about 500 degrees to burn all this seasoning off of here. So I'm going to see just how hot I can get this lump. It should be able to get plenty hot to take care of this. And I'll be back with an update here shortly. Okay, it's only been about 5 minutes here, and as you can see, we're approaching somewhere around 625 degrees on this Weber kettle, and there's really not that much coals in there, but it is holding that heat in there extremely well. I don't know that that can be done with regular charcoal, but lump will do it every time. I've got the dampers wide open, and I think that's probably maxed out about as high as it's going to get, but that's plenty high for what I need for tonight. Alright, we're still going strong here. I just want to show you something here real quick on doing the heating method on this. This has been on for maybe 10 minutes, and if I can get the light, if you can see that seasoning on there, once that gets hot and starts to burn, it simply falls right off. And before this, heating that up, that stuff was hard as concrete. So once it gets hot, this will actually ash over and completely fall off of there. Sorry if I'm tilting the camera there. I'm trying to stay out of my own light. Let's get the lid back on here and let her keep going for a while, and we'll be back. So you can see that glow from that fire, how hot that is. And let me show you just how hot you can get this cast iron. If I can get this to focus in here. There we go. 740 degrees. That is hot, and that will clean the gunk off of this thing. So I'm going to try to move it around a little bit here in a minute and put the lid on. I don't want it to get too hot and warp it or anything. So we're going to get the lid on and kind of bring this temperature down just a hair here. open up my vents here. Keep that thing nice and hot. Sorry about the lighting here. I'm working in my garage. And yes, I have the door open, so we're good. My Weber kettle here, I replaced the factory thermostat thermometer with a River Country with a 4-inch stem. And I love these things. Like $20 online, and you can calibrate them. Every one of them that I've used so far, I've got like 6 of these on my different smokers and stuff. Every one of them is dead on accurate. Both testing them with digital, comparing them with my digital thermometer and in boiling water. So anyway, we'll be back here shortly. I'm watching this thing climb up here. Probably going to flip that skillet over in a minute to kind of get some more even heat going on there and see if we can't get this thing clean. Anyway, one thing I love about Royal Oak Lump is how hot you can get it. I see a lot of people that say that they have problems getting their Weber kettles up to, say 450, 500 degrees to cook pizzas, different things like that, sear steaks. With Royal Oak Lump, as you can see, getting up to 500, 550 degrees is not a problem at all. I've tried some other ones. I keep coming back to the Royal Oak Lump, and the one I use is simply the basic red bag, like $8, $9 at Walmart, whatever it is. Sometimes you can catch it on sale even cheaper, and you can see that heat in there. And we're climbing up on 575 here. So I'll come back in a minute and see where this thing kind of maxes out. Like I said, when I stuck the infrared thermometer on the skillet a while ago, it gave me 741 degrees on the skillet. So I'm going to keep watching this thing, and we'll see if hopefully it's not going to wrap that dial all the way around, but I'll choke it back here in a minute. I just need to get it hot enough to clean that skillet. Come back in here, and some of it's pretty thick, so it's going to take a little bit to get it off of there. So too, but we're going to close this thing back up and let it go for another hour or two, maybe an hour. Shouldn't take that long, and we'll see how it looks when it's done. Okay, I got to re-record part of this. I lost part of my video somehow here, but anyway, I was talking. This is the next morning, taking this thing off the grill, and all the stuff pretty much came off. You can see some little dark spots there, but that's just the pitting on the normal pitting on the cast iron. One correction I want to make: this is not a BSR, as I stated. It's actually a Wagner. Unmarked, and you can tell that by this text here, this Roman numeral I. And the difference between a BSR and a Wagner is where this little vein comes in right here. On a BSR, it continues all the way to the pan. On a Wagner, it stops and has this little triangle. So anyway, I did have a few little chunks left in here that I simply took some 80 grit sandpaper, just regular wet or dry bodywork type sandpaper, and rubbed around the inside of this. You're not going to hurt the cast iron. Got it all cleaned up, so it's ready to be seasoned. I am inside this morning in my pseudo man cave room here because it is 20 degrees outside, and with the wind chill it's in the teens, so I was not going to stand outside and do this. So I'm going to do a little more cleanup on this, wash it up real good, and then I'm going to start the seasoning process.